This is our dirt cheap Mercedes Benz CL500. This 5-litre V8 beast I picked up for just £400 with a couple of weeks left on its MOT.
I'm going to remove this wrap, I'm going to remove this plastic dip.
Turns out it's a category written off. I did not know this, but for £400 I don't really care.
It failed the test. I put some rear pads and discs on the back and then it passed. And it's a bit like, well, what do we do next? You know, I'm not a massive fan of these black wheels, so I'm going to go and sort that right now. But before I do that, the coolant temperature sensor I think is on its way out or buggered. It's either going to be that, it's going to be a £15 part, or it's going to be the fan, which is a £500 part. The fan isn't on at the moment, but it does come on after a certain point. Nothing holding it in. There's actually a clip, so I'm hoping that's not going to be too much of an issue now that I've just demolished all the plastic. Thank God. I honestly thought I was buggered. Oh, you don't even. Probably should have just done this from the start, but I'll take my battery off before I do that. Yeah, just do that from the start. Do I need to put my code reader on it? Is the fan working? Yeah, the fan's working now. Maybe changing that has worked. I just need to clear the codes. It's now gone off the dash. Okay then, so what are we thinking of these? These are too short by like quite a lot. They're obviously quite short. These were in the boot. So that must be the original bolts. And as you can see, they are much, much longer. They won't actually fit in these monoblocks. I think that the original ones are M14 and the ones from the monoblocks need to be M12, so they need to be a little bit smaller, and that would be why the original bolts aren't going through the monoblocks. How am I supposed to fit an M12 bolt into this when this must be M14 to take the original wheel? Do I need to get the monoblocks drilled so that they're bigger? But I don't want to ruin the monoblocks. So if you do know what to do, please do comment below. That'd be really handy. Let me know what I should do. So I'm going to have to get the original wheels back on, but there is something I need to do on the front. I've got some kind of juddering. Whenever I put my foot on the brake, it's like so I'm going to check for brake disc run out and go from there, I think. As you can see, I've put a bolt in here, and then put spanners on it. And the reason for that is I can now move the wheel for one. Oh, I'm taking the bloody paint off the caliper. And also it ties the brake disc to the hub, which means that any variation from it kind of going like this won't happen. So I've got it set up on the other side as well with the run out tool set up. So it's just some clamps, comes down here, goes to this gauge. And the idea is, as I move these spanners, that shouldn't move more than outside of that black area there between the 2 points. So it does kind of go out a little bit there, but it's still not horrendous. Any variation I think is probably going to be just from a little bit of surface rust from it being sat here for a few days anyway. Is it pitted? Yeah, it's pretty rough. Is that because the brake pad isn't clamping down properly? Maybe there's an issue with the caliper. I also checked the other side, and this side was absolutely fine too, so I ain't got any worries there. So now I know there's not any real variation in the disc, so I can take that off, and then I'm going to remove the caliper. It doesn't move very freely, does it? It's almost as if it's gripping it when it shouldn't be. I can't believe they've even painted this. It's so stupid. Something I do. Just get an 18mm and undo the caliper bolts here. That was actually a bit too easy to come off, to be honest. It's not actually got a pin there, which means I've got two things trying to fall off onto me right now. There's a disc. Okay, so these are pretty dirty, so I'm just going to give these a good brush off. In the brake calipers, there's quite a lot of crap as well. Obviously, the actual brake pads I won't touch with this toothbrush because I have just literally covered it in a load of crap. Okay, I don't know if I should be doing this, but I'm going to take a little bit of sandpaper and very lightly sand the inside of these pads just across the face, just in case there's anything there that is causing it to not grip. And then on the other side, I think I'm going to put this straight back on the car, and I'm going to worry about this another time because I need to get the Range Rover in today so I can actually get home. Okay, the wheel is back on. That's actually pretty good, isn't it? There's obviously a bit of sound coming from the caliper there, just where the brake pad is touching it, but it's a lot less than I thought it was going to be. Okay, wheels are back on, and as per people's comments, people are saying they don't like the carbon. So I'm going to change the carbon because it looks crap. I'm going to put it back to how it was. I'm just going to get a hairdryer and just take all of this off and hopefully it should look a lot better, a lot more Mercedes, a bit more class. Interested to see what's under here, because as you can see, there's like two separate pieces, so I'm wondering whether if that comes off, that'll be body colour, then that'll be chrome. A bit like they have with the door handles here. I've got to be a bit careful because of this, because it's kind of like, it's like plastic back here. It's melted away actually, or at least it's pulled away when I pulled the wrap off. Hang on. It literally just comes off. I must admit, I think in a previous video I was a bit sceptical as to how well this had been done. It's not been done too badly. Now I've taken this off, I might need to glue it all back in by the looks of it though. A bit of heat will just help it along its way. Right, let's chuck that back on. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to glue that back in. It is kind of satisfying because I'm starting to see the finished product. It's not 100% done, but I'm gonna show you the passenger side because it does look really, really smart. When you look at that, how much better is that with the body colour than it was with the black? Would look so much better with those monoblocks on. I've got absolutely no doubt about that. Oh, I also need to do this as well. I need to kind of put that back somehow. Oh, I suppose it'll fit in underneath that, will it? One thing I have noticed is that these headlights are horrendous. Really, really bad at night. So yeah, I need to look into that. Why would you cover up this? It looks awesome. These black wheels actually look better now that there's less black on the car, I think. And I'll put up a before and after of like what it was like when I first got it. Because when I first got it, it was wrapped in gold and black and it looked stupid. I just think that the side profile looks so much more classy now. Look at this. Just about to get it in there. It looks smart. There's still some black bits in amongst it, like, and this is where the paint's peeled off. I don't know why that's come out. This one here is a bit of a shame because as you can see, it's obviously had a smack. It's taken chunks out of it and it's snapped here. And the other side's even more obvious with paint coming off, look. So it is a shame, but obviously I know that it was a cat end, which I didn't know to start with. And then come around to the driver's side. It looks very, very cool. Yeah, there's a few bits I need to do, but at the end of the day, this was a £400 car. This cost less than my Range Rover. And it's got a 5-litre V8 in it. It's a cool looking car, man. Okay, this is not my Mercedes CL500. This is another Mercedes that I've just picked up to get parts of it for my CL500. So I saw that there were some 17-inch AMG alloys on this car, and I think they might fit my Mercedes. And I think the monoblocks, I'm gonna have to wait for a minute and work out what to do with those. I'm not gonna show you the whole car. You're probably wondering why I haven't done an intro, like I've just bought another car. Okay, the reason for that is that I found some, should we say personal items in the boot of this car, and I'll show you that now. So, you know, you don't tend to keep cock rings in your boot, do you? Trio of jewels, a cock ring, and whatever the f that is. So my evenings just kind of become a, what the f do I do with all this stuff now? There's even more in the boot. Can't you have just like cleaned up a bit, or at least taken some of the crap out that's a bit more personal? Like, Jesus! And that is the reason why I didn't show this whole car. But I wanted to show you guys that this is part of doing cars, I suppose. You never know what you're going to get. One thing that I'm hoping is going to fit my car is this badge. That new Mercedes is out the way, the CL500 is in the unit, and I need to look through a load of different bits because I've noticed simple things that need to be fixed before I take it on a trip. Things like this, where this light here isn't working, but that one is, so obviously I need to look into that. Just gonna be a bulb. I'm gonna test fit these wheels here onto there, so those are the ones that came from the other car, and they're staggered as well, so they should look pretty cool. They might look a bit small. This one's a bit fiddly sometimes, but today it has poked out. There's a clip this side, and then there's a clip the other side. There we go. And that locks into place. Now it's fully up, so I can actually get to stuff without having to worry it's gonna fall down on me. Okay, so just in behind here, there's a little black tab that I can just push down on, and this should undo. So that black cover comes off, and out comes, oh, there's two bulbs there. I'm going to assume this bigger bulb here is going to be the one that is no good. Neither of those are working. As you can see, I'm still recovering from the mass rubbish of the Mercedes, but there was a few different bits in here that actually came with the car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in, which luckily came from that spare car. Let's put that in there. Could you imagine if this just worked? I'd be so happy. doesn't work. Oh wait, it works. So what is this little tiny one? Because it's only got one bit on the bottom there. Or should that not have pulled out? That whole thing should pull out, but that did, so obviously that's why it's broken. Okay, I might be in luck here actually. I've just found these couple of little ones here. Oh yes indeed, they do fit. Why doesn't it work? I didn't mean to do that. For some reason those bulbs aren't working. I've done it again. These are M12. I thought they were M14 for some reason. So, yeah, they're not gonna fit. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? I literally bought a whole car for these thinking that they're gonna fit this. That's so annoying. I don't know how I keep messing this up. I'm so sure that maybe it's like asked ChatGPT whether they'd fit and it said yes. Oh well, back to the other ones. No way. Are you serious? Oh no. Oh guys, what is up with my luck? But Jesus Christ! Look! It's got a nail in it! I guess I just need to pull it out and see if any air comes out. It was kind of like that way. There's no air escaping. I might have got quite lucky there. Jesus. I was literally just like, that's going to be my luck. Like, we're going away and it's done that. But there's no air coming out of it. It was like straight in the side of the tread. So I've got no worries about that at all. Let's just get this wheel back on. Okay, I've done those checks on the car. All the fluids seem really, really good. The engine oil is nice and honey-like because it did have a change just before I bought it. And it cost like 250 quid to the guy that I bought it from. And I bought this car for 400 quid, so can't moan too much. Exciting news, I was playing with my key because I was thinking, my keys never worked, and they never do with these old Mercedes. But if I press unlock, the lights come on. So something, and as you can see down the front there, something's obviously working. So is my lock working? Something clicked in the boot, but not here on the front. I'm going to guess that it's to do with the vacuum system, because there's a vacuum system that has air in it, and then when you lock it and stuff, it all vacuums. I don't know how to explain it. I'm in behind the driver's seat here, and that is where the fuse box is for the pneumatics, I believe. And I have found this one here, which I don't think it is the right one, but it's really hard to tell because there's so many bits in here that don't line up with the diagram. I don't know, it's jumping around a bit. It's not quite sure. It's doing something now because the lock button wasn't doing anything. So it's doing something, but it's still not locking. So I'm wondering whether, if I take the battery off for 10 minutes and then try it again, it might do it. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. Let's give it a go. It's done that, but it's not locking the door. Oh wait. Oh. It's done the opposite and actually locked the door. This here is like an infrared thing, so what if this works? Boot button's not doing anything now. No, still not doing it. The pump might be absolutely buggered, potentially. I don't know where the pump is. Might be in the boot somewhere. I don't know. I'll look into it. Okay, you joined me a couple of days later and I've been driving the Mercedes around, doing a few little bits and bobs with it just to try and see if everything is working all right. The coolant temperature sensor number 1, absolutely fine. No coolant issue anymore, nothing coming up on the dash. So I'm really, really, really happy with that. And also a few other things have been going really well. So like the wheel has been holding air, so there's obviously no leak because of the nail, and the lights are working too. Yes, we didn't manage to get the wheels on, which was really frustrating because I need some help with that. So please do comment below if you know how I can go about fixing that, because I just don't know. I don't know why they won't fit. Obviously, I know the bolts are different, but does it mean I need to change the hub itself? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. And the car's looking a lot classier now that the carbon has gone as well, so I'm really happy that I did that. It looks really smart. It's just such a shame that the paint has been left to go to crap like it has. I reckon that the car had a crash at some point. That's why it's Cat N, and then they tried respraying it, and they did a really bad job. That's what I would say, and then they wrapped it, and obviously they did it, and yeah, it's left the paint in the state that it has. As with any old Mercedes, the locks don't work either, so I think that's probably going to be the vacuum pump. Whether I actually bother changing that or not, I don't know. I don't know how much pump is. I shall look into that. So I think I've covered everything there in that video. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. Would really appreciate it. Please do comment below. Help me out with those bits I've asked, because I'm not sure, and I could do with help trying to work out why certain things aren't working. That side light still isn't working either, so I'm not sure why that is. I've changed the bulbs, but still isn't working. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video where we take the Mercedes Benz to France. Cheers, guys.